I picked Criminally Insane from 1975. So we're going to start out with that one. It's the low end of the bar.
Oh yeah.
Summary for this film: an obese woman, likely released from an insane asylum, kills anyone who
Likely?
attempts to get her to stop eating. Written and
What?
directed by Nick Millard. He's probably responsible for several low budget films you've probably never heard of. There is a sequel to this movie that he did, Criminally Insane 2, from 1987. But the bulk of his career, based on his IMDb, seemed to me like he was just making stag films in the 60s and 70s with his dad, which is weird as fuck. And they were like when you look at the titles, it was like pornography or nudity, like nude women live, whatever.
I'm sure everybody's dads woke them up early on a Sunday morning and said, "Listen, it's time to get the porn going today. Right?
We
get the Vans.
These ain't gonna suck themselves, kid. Let's go."
Oh my god!
I did run through the parents' guide, so I have all that information for you parents out there that might be considering letting your children watch Criminally Insane.
You definitely should.
Totally, Scarlett. We're good.
As far as sex and nudity, a man briefly touches a woman's breasts, keep your eye out for that.
I did that once.
A boy and girl kiss each other constantly in several scenes. There is one sex scene featuring the same couple. However, the girl's breasts aren't shown. Violence and gore, there's quite a bit. Blood is being smeared over the opening credits.
What was being smeared?
Blood.
Red paint.
Yeah, very much so.
Wow.
In fact, the violence in this movie is so there's a point where she's stabbing a woman in the hand with a knife over and over.
Yeah.
There's no penetration. It's not making a laceration or anything. She would have hit it enough times to cut the damn hand off.
She's taking a cleaver to everything, and all it is just splattering paint. There's no.
They didn't have the budget. They had the budget for latex, not fake.
And the noises. I swear, at one time she's bashing someone's skull in, and it sounds like banging up against something metal. Awful.
Wow. But it is like this movie would have been great as a double feature with Microwave Massacre because it's that level of garbage, which is my shit. I like it a lot. I liked this.
Microwave is levels above it.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, there's all the violence is muted because it's this. Even though I liked the ending, the whole ending part worked for me.
I wish it would have been a little bit long, that particular shot. I wish it would have been more of that.
Yeah,
her eating and really ending on a shocking, a shocking note.
Now, even though I like this, I understand the problems. Terrible editing. Oh my god, the editing was. Yeah. I understand it was different time. 1975 editing was not like it is today. It was not easy. You had to fucking tape shit together. You were really getting into the weeds. But there is a part at the beginning of this movie that has no fucking audio at all, and the cuts are so shockingly, jarringly sharp. It's just like cut. I don't understand it. But I liked how grimy the movie was. It was really, really fucking grimy and clunky. And that's the kind of garbage I like whenever it's like they're trying. God damn it, they're trying. They're really trying to put a movie together here. The acting was surprisingly not as bad as it should have been for the level of special effect. It was just that was the worst part of the movie. And I like that thick red paint blood. They just didn't do it.
That Argento.
They didn't do it like Argento.
Argento blood.
They didn't quite do that. But I think that even though it's 1975, this crime would have been uncovered immediately whenever she kills the grocery guy.
Caruso says I'm supposed to get $80 before I leave your order. Well, bring it in. Set it down there. Well, Mr. Caruso says I've got to get the $80 first. I don't have $80. I've only got $4.50. You're a nut.
Because think about you as if you're a business owner, like if you send your employee to deliver a load of groceries and they not only don't return with the money, you fucking send out somebody looking for that motherfucker. You call the cops. They robbed you. They left with your money and product.
He went to Tijuana.
Yeah, or he's just murdered. That would have been. It was a few days went by before that.
Like, what was the last delivery? Oh, it was to the lady whose daughter just got out of the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Should probably go there.
There is so many times I laughed during this, especially the interactions between what's the lady's name, the big lady, Ethel.
Ethel.
Yeah, between her sister and her boyfriend or pimp or whatever he was. Yeah. Especially when she says something like, "Why do you always beat me all the time?" And he says,
"You need a good beating every once in a while. All women do. And you especially. Okay?"
And then she makes out with him.
Like hardcore makes out with him. Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. That was so funny.
But speaking of the ending, there was stuff about it I really didn't understand, or maybe it was something I don't know what they were trying to do, but there was a mannequin at one point that was on the floor covered in blood and like this montage of chaos at the end. And I didn't know if that was supposed to be her sister, the prostitute lady. And they were just, this is her dead body here. And because it was a mannequin that we never saw any other time in the movie. Like it wasn't a decoration or in the room. I
guess I just thought it was something the grandma had in her room.
I thought it was just them trying to pass it off as that's her killing her sister or whatever. But
yeah, maybe she wasn't available for the reshoot. Like, well,
but for me, this was an easy watch. It was dumb, bad acting, terrible editing, but it was just entertaining to see how it all played out, see what they did, how it fell together. It's really racist, a lot of racist stuff in this.
She's still living with that Filipino near to Stockton. Anyway, I guess she's better off sleeping with that little brown man and being drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Some anti-Semitic stuff, some stuff against Puerto Ricans, I believe.
Yeah. Some old-timey racism.
But I think that was fairly commonplace in film in 1975, especially grindhouse shit. But it's a watchable 4. I gave it a 4. More than anyone else probably will give it. Sweet runtime though. Like an hour.
Oh, I know you love that.
Fucking done.
Wow.
All right. You want me to go or Jason, you want to go?
Go, John, go.
All right, cool. So heard of it, never watched it, forced to watch it, happy I did. It was fun. Before we started, I was like, my daughter's watching some dumb shit on YouTube,
So you're like, here's some dumber shit.
I was like, hey, you guys want a taste of what we're talking about tonight? She's like, all right. And I put it on the TV, but like I'm not signed into YouTube. So I found this like 5-minute condensed version. It was like 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Right? And it just showed everything. And my wife, she hates horror. My daughter loves it, but they were both laughing. And I was like, guys, it's only just over an hour long. We should do this. It's only an hour long. And they're like, totally. They're both into it. I liked it though. It was grimy. It was that look. It's that indie midnight theater.
Yeah.
That it's not cleaned up. It's exactly how it looked.
Yeah, it's probably got fingerprints on it from the guy taping it together.
I love that shit. I mean, that's like, blood, sweat, and tears went into that. good or bad, people worked on that.
The actors were trying. You can't say
okay, so check it out. Did you guys know who the detective was? That's fucking George Buck Flower from the.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe you didn't mention that, Frank.
From what?
It was
From
a very
from
small.
I
remember it popping up in there, but
like there's no fog bank out there.
He's in They Live. He's the homeless guy.
Yeah, he's the homeless guy in Back to the Future.
What was that movie we watched where he was like had a weird accent and oh my god,
Berserk?
Was he in Berserker?
Or no, maybe that was called a Berserker.
No, it was Berserker. He was in Berserker.
Was it with the Norwegian legend thing with the bear mask?
Yeah.
Right? That
the cool guys were in that movie. Yeah. Cool dudes.
Oh.
Yeah, man, take you right back.
I think about that song though. It's not that it's not catchy.
That movie is fucking great. I love it.
It's a
so fucking stupid.
That movie's so off. But like, I like how I feel like the director was just like, everyone, I know you're not actors except for this one guy. Who at the time he didn't even go by his later stage name. He was Art C.L. LaFleur or something like that. That was like his C.L. LaFleur. And then he changed it to George Flower, and I was like, oh, okay. There's a little bit of similarity there. But they really leaned on the food. Like her being hungry and stuff. And I was like, you could not do that today. Like that, the way they did it. They did remake this in.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, Crazy Fat Ethel by Wild Eye releasing.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Yeah,
so it's shit, but it looks like
I want to check it out though.
It looks like the best thing Wild Eye's put out.
Wow.
Not saying
short run time, fun, bad effects, bad acting. He's just like, all right, guys, just go out and do it. I know you're not actors. Go do it. And then it made it like as bad as it was believable because they were probably being themselves. And that conversation between that dude and his girl.
That dude and the girl
sometime.
Were the whole women. They were the most entertaining part, especially when they were doing cocaine on the couch. And then what is that stuff? What'd she say? It's vitamins or it's
yeah, it's vitamins.
What's that stuff? Some nasal medicine the doctor prescribed. John and I both got sinuses.
It was so funny. I ended up giving it like a 5. It had a good feel to it. As bad as it was, but like, you know what you're getting. It's the good kind of bad. The right kind of bad. It's only an hour long. You can watch it a couple times. And I'm going to see if I can see the sequel. I saw like a couple minutes of it. It's like shot on VHS, or it was put onto YouTube from a VHS copy or something, but
wow.
I'm not sure. But I'll definitely see about the sequel and the remake too.
Yeah, the remake's harder to find than the sequel, oddly enough. You'd think that it would be streaming on Tubi, our friends at Tubi.
Yeah, get on it, Tubi.
Who's next? Ray?
I'll go just so I can get this over with. Oh, not a whole lot to say here. So yeah, straight away there was the scene with no audio. I wonder. I'm assuming that's something with the transfer to YouTube, and that
I think it was
actually like this.
No, I think the movie's like that.
So check it out. I feel like whenever they turn that switch on, you hear the buzzing. I feel like it was supposed to be like from her perspective, what they were doing to her.
Maybe behind the glass. There's no glass, but
listen, I'm a glass half full kind of guy, but the sound
it's probably not it's probably not a negative either. I mean, it's just her rolling around screaming. So
yeah.
Right. So who really? They probably just purposely cut that out. Does have a great quote. Another great quote, along with what Frank said. but my heart's just fine as long as my stomach's not empty. I was like, yes, that's how I feel. That's it. But music at times sounds like it's just straight ripped off from Tom and Jerry. Like it is, but it's horrible. I mean, I like it on Tom and Jerry, but not on this. Where he mentioned that the blood looks like paint. They didn't even try. I don't think they didn't even attempt to make it look like blood. The effects overall are bad. When they show clips of the bodies deteriorating, it's just awful. I feel like I don't care. It's 1975, but I'm pretty sure that we could do a better job than what they did here.
Yeah, it looked like they had Elmer's glue on their faces, didn't it, Jason?
You would do something.
Tissue paper. I don't know what
bucks.
You would do, but you would still do something to make it look like you were making wounds in people. I mean,
just adjust the lighting. Like, just find the lighting that works.
Shoot it differently.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre has no fucking blood in it whatsoever. Think about that. Think about that.
Wow, that's interesting.
It does.
Wow.
Oh well, yeah, he cuts his hand, but I mean,
the end.
What happens at the end, Elliot? Barely.
The girl Sally's covered in blood at the end.
From what? The hammer. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, but
yeah,
it's not like
covered in blood at the end.
It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You'd think there'd be like,
but when
I know what you mean. But all those other scenes with Leatherface, you're right. You don't see any.
No, when he takes down Franklin on the upgraded cuts, the 4K masters, you see blood spray.
Oh,
wow. It's only through the enhancement of the film and that you actually get to see.
I bet they had the same budget though. They paid John Larroquette in a joint. So
yeah, they did not pay. They did not have a lot of money for that.
And this movie cost like $50.
I mean, we're talking night and day here compared to Texas and what we have here. Horrible acting, horrible story. Like the whole thing takes place because. I mean, she's insane, but she just wants food. I mean, it all happened over some groceries.
Yep.
There's nothing to see here.
How much? Her breakfast that one day.
Oh, dude, that was a great breakfast. I would crush that.
I mean,
if she lived in my house, I'd have to be like, "Come on, how many eggs?" Is that a whole fucking
7 eggs?
How much bacon you got there? Let me
I think she.
And her mom was like, "Guess I'll just have coffee then."
Yeah,
black coffee.
Yeah, because I'm black coffee then.
No sugar in the house either.
He's literally big baby D from next Friday.
Nothing to see here. There's no reason to watch this movie. 2 out of 10.
Allow me to retort.
Let's hear your rebuttal.
I hated that I had to watch this. I was really mad at Frank. I was like, this motherfucker never picks anything good. He just fucking I think he just opens up YouTube and goes, "What's on here today?" But then I watched this and I fucking had a blast. Frank, I am sorry. This was fun as shit.
That's an aggressive. You think I do that?
I think you're just like oh, I gotta.
I'm certainly not picking. I'm picking from my heart. I'm not picking to please you.
Well, you should. I have to watch the goddamn thing. But
I have to watch your shit all the time.
I know, and it's great. I pick great stuff.
When?
I think I put always.
I can't even remember the last thing you picked.
Probably didn't watch it. Probably fucking Wikipedia it. But anyways.
Oh God.
But listen, so I liked this. This was exactly the kind of shit that I do like. That's garbage. Like 100% pure grindhouse movie. This would have been playing on some like shitty barn party, like on a projector at somebody's house. Like no, I never would have thought that this was like a theater release film ever.
Wow.
Everything about this, it screams, hey, this might be my first movie I've ever made. So I loved it. But the things I liked about it were like, it was fun. Like I had fun watching this thing. I laughed through the entire thing. The acting was terrible, but there were so many great quotes. My favorite was
there was 2.
There was a lot. Like you had 2. He had a couple.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
Sure. Hey, can I get one of them cinnamon buns? Yeah. You
Sweet
sure
rolls.
about that?
Sweet rolls.
Yeah.
Sweet rolls, yeah.
Can you spare one of your sweet rolls? Are you sure?
Yeah. You sure about that? My other favorite one, who's that? The madam?
Oh yeah, that dude. I love that dude. That dude that's always drunk, and he just comes in the morning or something.
Yeah.
I want to see your sister.
I'm here to see her.
He's going up. He's going to go up there.
I thought that the blood was ridiculous, but it made me laugh. Like the stabbing in the hand with the car keys, I laughed for like a solid minute. I was like, she's just holding on. It went on forever. Like it's nothing. And then the car keys.
It's an hour. It's an hour long, but it had some of the longest scenes.
Right.
In any movie I've seen. It took her 5 minutes to hide her grandma's body.
Dude, yeah.
That's 5 minutes out of the hour long movie.
That's what I was gonna say. I loved Ethel in general. Like her stuff was awesome. The dragging of the bodies, the spraying of the Lysol that went on way too long.
She wasn't even involved enough to come up with any good reason why her grandma wasn't there. It was when her sister come in and asked her where she was. It was almost like she was like, "Oh, she's fucking."
Yeah, the neighbor guy is like, "You can't dig a hole like that."
Oh, that was good too. See, there's a lot of fun stuff in this.
There's a lot of fun stuff. So that's what I'm saying. So sure, you're right. The acting wasn't very good. Barring Ethel, I thought Ethel was great because all she had to do was act like an insane person, and that was pretty easy for her for whatever reason. I thought that was great. The editing was crazy. Like there was shit that I was just like, what is happening? But yeah, and the sound, Jason, the sound is nuts. Like sometimes I just was like, is this just noises? Like somebody was like, I got to do stuff here.
Yeah, they had a violin going at one point. It's like, oh boy, this is nails on a chalkboard here.
Like somebody just was like, no, not even playing it.
I think I heard one of those musical saws in there, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, right. But I want, like, I'm not gonna lie. If I find this in the wild to buy, I'm fucking buying it on Blu-ray.
Does this have a physical release?
I don't know.
No idea.
I have seen it on like double feature DVDs and stuff.
It's probably on
I'm real curious to see if that audio is on a physical release.
I think it's all fucked up. IMDb had a bunch of trivia about that, and I didn't even know. It said sometimes it was just completely out of sync. I don't remember seeing that. So maybe that was a repair. Maybe it was out of sync in that segment, and they removed the audio because it was less annoying.
Yeah, but overall, like I said, I had a blast watching this. Like I said, it was quick. It was an hour. I love that grindhouse look. The cinematography. I will pick this up someday. I gave it a 5 out of 10. So
there's a physical release. I just Googled it. It's a double feature with Satan's Black Wedding.
Oh wow.
Gotta have
it. It's a winner.
I've seen this in stores back in the day before.
What's the price tag on it?
13 on eBay, 20 on Amazon.
Free shipping, Prime shipping.
I don't know, but oh wait, no, they tried.
What happened to when they like shit like that would be out back in the day on VHS tape around this time?
Yeah,
for $5.
Yeah,
like they don't really do that anymore. I've been looking. I've been out there looking around. They don't really do that. Like I saw some limited DVDs or something, a couple Blu-rays at like Dollar General. That's the only place I've seen anything like that where they're trying to sell.
Walmart's wanting to charge like $20 for DVDs because they've got glow in the dark covers. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind.
And there's shit everybody's already got anyways. It's like it's like Poltergeist, Exorcist. If you want those movies, you've already got them. It's you used to be able to find weird shit like video treasures would put out
Suncoast Video and Coconuts. They had so many weird, like they probably had Criminally Insane. Like it sounds so familiar on like, for $7.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and FYE today, I was in FYE and it was so expensive. They had Halloween 2 and 3 for $8 on a double feature DVD, which probably wasn't bad. But then they had a $13 Halloween 2 deluxe edition.
Just like, DVD?
Yeah, just DVD with like it said it had extra footage, the TV spots, all those edits, like that we grew up in always knowing there was different cuts. But I was like, $13 for like a DVD. It's not even Blu-ray or anything. Like, I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. So Elliot, did you watch this movie? You say
I didn't. I didn't know what was going on. I thought we were watching Halloween 4 and 5 and 6.
No, that's next month.
Did
you watch Moon Garden? The other one.
No, I didn't even know about that.
Come on, Elliot. Man, what's up, man?